Hello again, Mr. Archie Stuff here. Now, a while back I did a video about a whole load of soundboxes, or reproducers if you like, which I bought on eBay. And I intended to go through them and actually have a closer look. And I've decided to start with this one. And this caught my eye, and actually it caught the eye of Purple Smiley Monster as well, as he mentioned it in one of the comments. And it's a rather unusual thing. I mean, it's got a sort of lever on it, which is probably a way of adjusting the tone or the volume. I mean, it's not clear. So I'm gonna take this to pieces now. This is not going to be a complete sort of breakdown and refurb and test and everything. I'm sure that's going to take too long. But I'm just going to take it to pieces and just see, you know, what we've got really. I wanted to start actually with a magnet. Some of the finishes come off the needle bar here, and I think it's quite clear that that is some sort of ferrous metal. So if we just try the magnet, so yeah, magnet's definitely sticking on that. It's sticking on these rusty screws. This bit here, I don't know what that's made out of, but that doesn't appear to be ferrous. The main body is not magnetic. There's a little bit of rust on this ring here. Yeah, oddly enough, there's a sort of ferrous ring set into what I think is probably aluminium, and then on the back there's rust on this bit here. So, I mean, that's likely to be ferrous, and indeed it is. And then there's this bit on the very far back here, which is not magnetic. So, it's a combination of materials. As I say, I think the main body is probably aluminium. So, there's a few little screws. So, this one here, to be honest, looks like it's a wood screw, so we might start with that one. Yeah, that's a little wood screw. There's another screw around here. Not sure this is quite the same actually. No, that's a machine screw, and I'm not unduly surprised. I'm quite sure that this soundbox, and indeed most of the soundboxes, have been gone over by some sort of amateur repair person at some point in the past. So there we are. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's part of a sound box, but it's not clear whether it's part of this one. And then inside, we put that just there. Inside, there's a sort of rubber mat, I think that's rubber. And then that looks like a metal plate there. And then there's a screw, and it looks like a spring there as well. So, okay. And then this lever. I don't know if you can see there, but the lever actually opens up. So yeah, so there's not like the usual big hole on the back of the soundbox. So the plate has got 3 slots in it, which cover 3 sort of holes in the material beneath it. And I thought this was just a piece of rubber, but I'm just not sure really. I suppose what I need to do see if I can get that centre screw out without losing the spring. I mean, it's trashed, this soundbox, so yeah, this is a little spring. On a little machine screw, and then we've got this piece here. And then this piece here, which does look like a piece of rubber of some description. Oh, and that's curious. So in the back of the soundbox itself is the same pattern of holes. So what that's telling me is that this is the way the soundbox was designed. So this sort of extra lever bit here, or lever slot thing, isn't a later addition. It's not something that somebody sort of put on. There really is no big hole in the back of the soundbox. So whoever designed this and whoever made these castings, and this I'm guessing is cast aluminium, it sort of looks like it probably is, did design this soundbox in this way. So that's the back. I mean, there's not really much to say there. It's not very clear how the front comes off, I must admit. So just going to take the pivot screws out. Which again are just machine screws with little springs on them. So a pair of those, and then the needle bar comes off like so, and that's pretty bent about. But I think I can go over that probably with a Dremel and actually clean it up nicely and straighten it all out. Now this bit at the bottom, as I say, is a separate addition. I think it's riveted on by the looks of it. And the screw for the needle is actually broken off as well. So yeah, gonna have to have a look at that. It's not ideal. Okay, so I mean that's my little collection of parts so far. Oh, and of course that bit. Yeah. So I suppose we could just have a look. I mean, okay, I suppose other thing to look at on the bottom there. I mean, they're just the two pivots which are rusty, so they look like they've been set in. I suppose it's possible that this ferrous metal ring, this bit here, I suppose it's possible that that comes out somehow, but it's not clear. Suppose we could have a little dig at the gasket. Yeah, I mean, gasket's actually still a bit flexible. Well, I don't know how old that gasket is, but that's actually, I mean, it's not great, but I mean, it does actually appear to be fairly decent gasket material, and it hasn't completely lost its flexibility, so unlikely that I'm going to reuse it though. The diaphragm, yeah, okay, so the diaphragm just comes out. That is well and truly trashed, no doubt about that. But I can make a new one. I can use a piece of CD case, the sort of clear stuff. And what's exciting, and you probably can't see it on camera yet, but I can see it, is that there's actually something written inside it. I can't read that. I'm sure I'll work it out, but at this very point in time, I can't quite read that. And then there's the other gasket. So which we'll just lift out, and it's useful that they'll come out in one go, because that means there is actually a fair chance that I can measure them and actually make new gaskets which will be the same size. So that's quite handy. So even though I was worried there might be some clever screw mechanism in the front, something around this ferrous ring, it could just be decorative. Okay, so anyway, that's it dismantled, and I'll see if I can actually read the name and see if I can actually find out anything about it. But I think it can be rebuilt. I mean, gasket material, diaphragm material, I've got all of that. I mean, this thing on the back here, this bit, I mean, this is sort of rubbery material. I could make a new one of those, I'm sure. And I could sort out the screws. I mean, there clearly are some screw holes in the back. One of the screws fits, and the other two, well, one is missing and one was a wood screw. But if I can work out the pitch, I can actually find or make new screws for that too. So I think there is hope for this sound box. I think it is possible to get this back in order. And the thing I haven't covered is this sort of thing on the back here. That's jammed on pretty solid, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I might have to sort of soak that off, but that's not coming off just by a little bit of pulling. So I'm gonna have to work at that probably separately from this video. Okay, so there are all the bits. That's that sound box in pieces. A few surprises. I say quite a nicely machined body for it. So it looks like it's mouldy, but it also looks like it's got machining marks on it as well, which is quite interesting. So I'll clean all that up and then have a look at getting it back together again and getting it working again. But I think I'll leave it there for this video. So thanks for watching, and hopefully if you have enjoyed this video then you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye then.